morning, viewers. It's Abiodun Daniel again, your librarian. I'm here with another interesting topic to share with us today. Now, today is going to be the concluding part of the law of double entry principle that we discussed in my last video. Today, we are going to finish up everything that has to do with the law of double entry principle. Now, today we want to talk about the end of text citation, the end of text reference. Like we said in my last video, the law of double entry principle says for every in-text entry, there must be a corresponding end of text entries, and we'll be looking at that today. Now, we'll be looking at different types of information sources through which a researcher could get information from, and how to cite those information sources. Information sources such as journal articles, such as textbook or ebook, such as newspaper, such as web page, and others. So we'll be looking at how to treat each and every one of them in this video. Now, there are some things that is key to all of them, as in all the information sources. I will address them first before we start going into each and every one of them. Now, when you are citing a journal article, whether online, whether hard copy, in writing the title of the work you are citing, the first letter, we are dealing with upper here, so it's good, I need to know that. So we are dealing with upper 7th edition. Now, in writing the title, the first letter of the first word only will be in capital letter, while others will be in small letters. Italize, the name of your publisher, must be italicized. So don't let us forget those two. Now, the first one we'll be looking at is journal article. Now, in journal article, you have the author first name as the author last name, as the case may be, followed by the initial. You could have one or two initials if you are dealing with one author. If you are dealing with two authors, the same thing. If you are dealing with three authors, another, the same thing. Followed by the year of publication, followed by the title of your article. After the title of your article, you have your publisher, and on and on like that. Now, some things are different while dealing with article. Now, when you have 1 to 3, 2 authors, you are treated the same way, like I did mention in my last video. But when you now have from 1 author to 21 authors writing a particular book, there is a clause to it. This is what you do. You list all the authors' name, the surname, and their initials up till number 19. Now, when you get to number 19, the law of ellipsis apply here. Now, you will stop at 19 and put 3 dots. 3 dots is to suppress other name of the author, and after that, you have your date of publication. The next source of information we'll be looking at is thesis and dissertation. Thesis and dissertation. This is the final project that a student, a master's and PhD student, carried out in university. Now, in citing any information from a thesis or a dissertation, you cite them, you reference them the same way. But the only difference there is that after your title, after the title of the thesis or dissertation, you have a square bracket where you signify if the project is thesis, you write thesis, and the university, thesis with a comma, university that the person carried out the research, and followed by the necessary things that need to be indicated there. Now, the next one we'll be looking at is book, whether ebook or physical book. Now, you have the author. It could be one author, it could be 2 authors, but in my example here, we are looking at 2 authors, which is Owolabi and Ugbala. Now, after the author's surname and their initials, you have the year of publication in round parentheses. After that, you have your the title of the book. Now, after the title of the book, if the book is older than the first edition, you put the edition immediately after the title of the book. And after the edition, if there's no edition, fine, it will be followed by the publisher. Now, in physical book, if you have 3 or 4 publishers that have published the particular book you are citing, the rule says you list all the names of all the publishers according to how they appear in the book you are citing, separated with comma. If you have 2, 3 publishers, you list all the publishers' name and you separate them with comma. Now, the next one we'll be looking at is information from a web page. A researcher could also get a piece of information from the web page. Now, in this example I'm holding in my hand, the author of the work that we are starting from the web page is Nimbe Adedepe Library. That's the University Library of Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Now, the name of the author will be the name of the owner of the web page, which is the University Library called Adedepe, Nimbe Adedepe Library, followed by the date. Most cases, one may not find date on the web page. What you do is you just indicate that with round bracket ND, that is no date, and you write other information as we have discussed. But if you can't find the date on the article, the actual article you are citing, you as a researcher, you need to check the update date of the website. If you could get one, you are to use the date the website is updated last and use it as the day or date of publication. Now, the next one we'll be looking at is information gotten from a YouTube video. Now, the name of the uploader will serve as the author's name. You use the surname or the last name of the uploader of the video you are citing. That will serve as the author name. The date, the actual date the video was uploaded, the full date will be in round parentheses, like the one I have in my hand here, 2021, March 7, the day the video was uploaded. After that, you close the bracket and you have a dot. So you have the title of the video. Title of the video followed by a video to indicate that what you are citing is a video, and you have your digital object identifier at the end of the day, which will link anybody that wish to visit the actual place you've gotten the material from. We use the DOI, digital object identifier, to locate the video. Now, the next one here is newspaper. Now, in newspaper, you cite the name of the author, the name of the person that wrote the article in the newspaper you are citing, just like we did in our journal article, followed by a round parenthesis where you have the full day where the article or when the article was published. In this example in my hand, we have 2021, March 7, the actual day the publication was carried. After that, after the closing of bracket, you have a dot. The dot is very, very compulsory in all the citations. Now you have the title of the article. Now, after the title of the article, you have the newspaper's name. Don't forget, the newspaper name must be there, followed by the DOI, digital object identifier. Now, like I did mention in my last video, we talk about book or article published by a corporate, a group, or a body. Now, in citing, in referencing such a material, you list out the name, no matter how long it is, the name of the organization. Say for instance, World Health Organization, FUNAB, Federal University of Agriculture, and other. You name the full name of the organization, not the acronym, not the abbreviation, followed by the date and all the other necessary information we follow. Now, with this, I want to believe we've learned something from this. So, with today's talk, we are through with everything that has to do with the law of double entry principle. Now, you may not get the full details of what we are talking about if you have not seen my last video. If you want to see it, just search for my name, Atanda Abiodun, on YouTube. It will bring out all the video that we've talked about on this channel. So you listen to the last video and you have a full understanding of what we have discussed today. I really want to thank you for your time. I thank you for being available whenever this video is out. God bless you. And until we meet in another video, stay safe and enjoy the grace of God. Bye-bye.